Oh, it's Walker Lott with TXPS Media here. I'm the coach here from sorry. What's your name again,
Nick
sir?
York.
Nick York.
Yes.
You got it. Okay.
From Bishop Riker.
Bishop Riker. Hello, I'm Walker Lott with TXPS Media. I'm here with Nick York from Bishop Riker here in Waco. Newly induced head football coach there. Firstly, this is your first time kind of in the private school landscape. How is it so far being in the private school and TAPPSCON in general?
It's been a really smooth transition. It's been a great move for my family. We got over, and the Sunday that we moved in, there was a bus that pulled up with Bishop Riker kids that rolled out and helped us unload the U-Haul, and so that's always a good start whenever the kids come help you unload and unpack. And I've got two kids. I've got two young kids, and the elementary school and the lower campus for us, and they're absolutely thriving. And so we've been really happy with the move, and the community's welcomed us with open arms, and it's been a great move.
Awesome. So how's TAPPSCON been for you? Is there anything you've seen or cool, or have you met anyone that you've built a relationship with so far?
Yeah, it's been really nice. We had the training yesterday for it's the new athletic director training, and just being able to hear from the people in TAPPS, and for them to be able to explain kind of how things operate here, and especially because some of the things they highlighted were here's some tweaks, here's some differences between the way that we do things and the way the UIL does things. And that's the UIL's been my background since I started coaching. So for me, that was when they would do that was okay. That clicks for me. I appreciate that. And so that was good yesterday. Today we had the football rules meeting, and it's always whenever you have you have that conversation going on, and they're saying, okay, here's how the rules are going to be interpreted this year. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to force. Well, you have a room full of football coaches. They're all going to go, okay, well, what about this? How are we going to do this? How are the officials going to do this?
Right.
And you always start getting into, okay, well, what can we do here? And so those officials meetings are always fun to sit in on.
Is there a panel or two that you're excited for the rest of the time? I know the 11-man football panel's not probably like in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I know that. I mean, respectively, I know they're some of the best coaches right now in private school landscape.
Absolutely.
So is it cool kind of learn from them a little bit?
Oh, for sure. And it's a different world. It's still coaching kids, but it's a different world coming over to TAPPS from UIL.
Oh, yeah.
And getting to know these people. The coaches that I've already come across in the new district that I'm in, and everything. Everybody's been very welcoming in any way that they can help. And so that's been nice. So yeah, looking forward to that. I mean, obviously, with the stuff with the TAPPS management system, the training on that's a big one that I think everybody's kind of buzzing about right now. Absolutely. So no, it's good. It's a good convention, and the exhibit hall here is really nice, and so my first time being here, it's a good setup. They did a good job with this.
Cool. Let's talk about you're barely into starting your program, really, right? Probably right into summer workouts, probably right now. Talk about, make you talk about, what the team's going to be like, because that's so far in advance. Yeah. But what are you kind of wanting to instill in your program at Waco Riker?
Yeah, I think obviously everybody's going to come in and say hard work. You've got to be disciplined. You have to try to decrease the ways that you're shooting yourself in the foot. You have to go in. It's really hard turning around a culture that has struggled.
Yeah.
And so you've got to be able to come in, and you've got to you have to start with building relationships.
Absolutely.
And so the staff that we put together has come in and done a really good job of letting our kids understand that we care about them first as human beings, and that we want the best for them, that we're massive fans of our kids, and so we want to develop them for the right reasons, and that we're all in this thing together. So it's been a really good spring in that regard. We started with our morning weights, and we had really good buy-in from the kids. They started really enjoying the weight room, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, that's the first thing you love to see.
Whenever you start seeing those veins pop out a little bit, and the muscles start swelling up a little bit, they start peacocking, and they start showing off in front of the mirror a little bit. And so whenever those things are happening, you feel pretty good about it. And the parents for that, the parents for us have been tremendous with. We have a lot of young kids, so they're not driving to the school. So parents got to get up there and get them there.
Sure.
And so it really is a holistic community thing with what we're trying to do. and it's been very positive in that regard.
Yeah, you talked to me a little bit earlier off camera. We were talking about how the buy-in from the community has been so great at the start.
Yep.
How is it kind of going into a team where they've had a couple losing seasons the past couple years, but how is it having like a community that wants to help you win?
Oh yeah, I mean to me that's one of the biggest keys you have to look into when you take a job is, I don't ever want to be part of a program that is just has terrible football history. There's no expectation for success. There's no drive. You know, you don't want to be part of somewhere that you lose a game and everybody's patting on your back saying, "No, you did a great job."
Right.
No, you want to be somewhere where they hold your feet to the fire.
Yep.
And what's been great about here is that all of the people I've been able to connect with at the school, everybody has had. You know, there's 9 state championships at Bishop Riker football.
Yep.
Like there's some really good history there.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody throughout that course of time, everybody's tied into a state championship or a deep playoff run. And so all these men, you know, spanning back from the 60s and the 50s and all the way through now, you know, all these men have this is what we expect at Bishop Riker. We expect football to be good.
Yep.
And so they're able, you know, you put them around your kids and they tell them, like, y'all need to do what you're supposed to do. Like, it takes what it takes. And so it's great for our boys to hear the expectations from the community of you need to do this.
Absolutely. All right, a couple fun questions, and I'll let you go. Okay. So there's a couple of them. What are your Mount Rushmore of the best high school players you've ever seen live?
Oh, man. What a question. When I was in Salina in 2014, we had to play Gilmer. Now, that's where I played. It's number 1. This is the first time I'm playing against him.
Shout out East Texas.
And so that was a blast getting our teeth kicked in. Yeah, it was beast. It was that year for sure.
Oh, yeah.
The Gilmer team that we ran into in the 5th round at SMU Stadium, I was coaching outside receivers at Salina.
Right.
And when we looked across at who was corner, we had Blake Lynch on one side, Army All-American, goes to Baylor, freak.
Yep.
On the other side, you had Chris Boyd, another Army
Chris
All-American,
Boyd,
went to Texas, still playing for the Texans now. So, you know, I'm making cut-ups, and you're just going, well, this isn't fair. You know, and so that was a long night. But, you know, you go into a game. What I really love about coaching is when you coach against good teams and good players, it's a lot of fun breaking them down and watching film and watching good football. Other kids, you know, also at Salina we played against a kid that was running back at Bishop Lynch that went to Arkansas.
Yes, Raleigh Williams.
Yes, and he was a phenomenal running back.
One of the best we've had in TPS.
He was a really good one. One of the best I've coached. Just graduated from Dangerfield. He's going to Alabama.
Hampton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's there was things that he could do physically on the field that you don't see from other people. And whenever you have one of the hand shields and you're trying to thud him up on a drill, I mean it's like hitting a rock. Like kid was just he was, and that was as a sophomore when I had him there, but. I don't know. That's probably
that's a great 4.
Yeah. And then when I played.
Oh yeah.
When I played back in a long time ago, I was an inside receiver my senior year, and outside was Manuel Johnson, who went to play at OU. Yes. And then was on with the Dallas Cowboys for a little bit.
Yes.
And so when I was scoring touchdowns, it was because they were covering Manuel.
Hey,
it was like I get it.
You got to get open somehow.
I understand. Like I'd double him too. Leave this guy open for sure. So my success in the stat line was because they were focusing on what they needed to focus on.
Awesome, man. All right, a couple others. Okay, do you think the average guy, like if he just played high school football, okay, but he didn't do anything else, no college guy, do you think he could get 1 yard in an NFL game as a running back?
Depends on the O-line in front of him.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
What
if it's a total wash, O-line and D-line is a wash?
Right.
Absolutely not.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Our intern says otherwise.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to shut you out. Anyways, one final question.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to Friday Night Lights in not that much longer. What is your go-to pregame meal?
Oh man, what a great question.
Thank you. That's what we do here.
Pasta's always a good choice. Because whenever you do the pregame meals, you start looking at like. You're thinking about, okay, what do we want our kids to have? Well, you want the carbs. You want to have this. You want to make sure that that this is happening at this time. We actually have it set up where we had some guys from Bishop Riker that approached me, And they said, back in the day, we used to bus our kids to different restaurants that were Riker
Ooh,
supporters.
there you go.
So we're going to do that. I've never done this.
Yeah, that's a cool
But
opportunity.
we're going to do this where we have different people that have different restaurants and all that stuff. And so as soon as they get out of school, we're going to have the bus ready for them. We're going to go eat our pregame meal at some of the different restaurants and have we need fettuccine Alfredo, we need grilled chicken, whatever, and then be back at the field house by 4:20.
Yep.
And lights out. Nap time until about 5:20, and then get up and get into devotional and pregame routine and all that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
As far as the specifically what food, I think a good pasta is a solid go-to. But
Yeah.
with what we're gonna do with the pregame meal, I'm pretty excited.
That's a pretty cool thing.
It'll be neat.
Awesome. All right, I have one last thing we're gonna make every coach and AD do.
Oh, good.
Is you have to draw your logo. Don't look at your chest because I know it's on there basically.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you the only team probably in all of private school that uses the color.
Yep.
I hope some good uni changes in the next couple of years.
This year, yeah, we got. Yes.
Absolutely. I want you to do really good.
No, my wife is artsy. I am not.
That's fine. Let's see how it goes.
I don't even know if it's straight across.
That's okay. I understand. There we go.
And this is a big deal because we have to have these specific number of lines down here.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
This will be a great TikTok or IG reel, by the way.
I'm cheating. I'm looking down.
Doing the arts. No one heard. It's okay. That's okay. I know. Anyways,
that is a solid second
that's
grade
really
artistic
good. Show it to the
style right
camera.
there.
That is pretty good. That was really
now
good.
my
guys.
wife has taught art.
Yes.
She would be so ashamed right now.
Hey, no, she would be proud.
Bad.
She would be proud. All right, Coach. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah.
Oh, I missed on the crown. I drew a fleur-de-lis top. That's terrible.
I mean, it's a crown some point. Anyways, I don't know, but appreciate it, Coach.